Hey guys, today we are in the kitchen and we are going to begin the process of a healthy meal for dinner tonight. So I'm taking you with me as I make my dinner tonight. Think of this dinner as eating the rainbow. If you want to know really what eating more healthy is all about, just think of the rainbow. A lot of colors is going to get you where you need to be in terms of the proper vitamins and the proper minerals as well and nutrition in your body. So a lot of things are going on right now. We're really cooking. My kettle that just stopped. I'll tell you in a moment what that's all about. And then we have here my mushrooms that are on my grill on the stovetop that has already started to be prepped as well. So let me tell you what we're doing today. As I said, we're eating the rainbow. I have some cauliflower here. I have some red bell peppers, and I also have some green bell peppers as well. I already prepped some red cabbage or purple cabbage that's ready to go. And then I also have some of beta carotene there, our orange, for lack of a better word. And then I'm going to put everything together with a sauce. So this is what we're having for dinner tonight. A nice pasta, so to speak, veggie pasta. Let's call it that, all right? Which is rainbow pasta. It's not anything that is fancy. It's easy to prepare. You can do that pretty quickly. The hardest thing, so to speak, is cutting up the vegetables. Or I would say the longest thing that's going to take time is the vegetable prep, and that's not that long at all. So with that, let's begin. I'm going to continue the process of cutting up my cauliflower. Now, cauliflower honestly is one of my favorite vegetables. It is my favorite because it takes on the flavor of whatever it is that you put on it. So I have had buffalo cauliflower wings. My mom makes the best version of it that I just absolutely love. But I fell in love with cauliflower when I was in India. They had something called Gobi Manchurian, and I was at a conference with some other folks, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? It is so good. Now listen, they did fry it. So don't come for me about that, but they fried it. And you can make it baked. We've made it baked, and it's been absolutely delicious that way as well. But my mom really has taken the recipe and adapted it in such a way that is absolutely delicious. So cauliflower, it can do whatever it is that you're looking to do in terms of having something delicious but healthy at the same time. Now, the thing with being healthy is you have to be careful how much your butter and all these types of things you're putting on there. But if you want to treat every now and again, go ahead and make cauliflower your friend. And as I'm sure a lot of you know as well, in the store now you can find cauliflower pizza crusts that are readily available that you can use for your pizzas. You can even make that at your home. I've done that as well, and they're quite delicious. So it's a really versatile vegetable. So I'm continuing the process of cutting my cauliflower. Now, keep in mind what I really am doing here with the cauliflower is I'm getting it prepped for my hot water. My mom has this wonderful technique that when she's doing something fairly quick, meaning she doesn't want to have the cauliflower cooking very long, she'll just put a little bit of hot water on it, does it for a couple of seconds, take the hot water right off, and then put it into an air fryer or put it into a pot or whatever it is that she's going to do with it. It's a quick way of getting the cauliflower pre-cooked and ready for a meal that you don't want to cook it too long. So right now I'm just continuing the process of cutting my cauliflower up. And one of the things I would say too, guys, as you're listening to me prepare my rainbow pasta this evening for dinner is sometimes when people think of eating healthy or just in general cooking, there's a lot of intimidation when it comes to eating more healthy, and there's a lot of intimidation as well in terms of just being able to cook. And one of the things that I would say to folks in regards to that is don't be intimidated. You are as you have to consider yourself in anything that you're doing, particularly if you feel like you're not the best at it. It's not about being the best chef or the best world-class this or that. It's about doing a great job, for you and your family so that you are eating healthy in general. So it's not about being a world-class chef. It's about being able to do what you need to do for your family. So what does that mean? What does that look like? Right now, I'm doing cauliflower. I am not necessarily cutting it up like in a way that is maybe a chef would cut it up. I am a nutritionist and certified nutritionist, soon to be that, and a health coach. My main business is to get the nutrients that I need in my body and to teach people to do the same. So yes, I want my food to look beautiful when I serve my family, but at the end of the day, just get in the kitchen and start working and preparing your meals. It does not have to be anything complicated, and we don't want to intimidate ourselves, and don't ever get started. So as I finish the last pieces here of cauliflower, guys, I am going to now just continue the process by cutting up the leaves of the cauliflower. Now, when it comes to our vegetables, it's so easy for people to just say, okay, I'm doing a cauliflower, and leave the leaves in the trash. This is great for smoothies. This is great for using as you would any regular greens. Use it. Do not lose it. It is really that beneficial for your body. And so here I'm just cutting up some of the cauliflower leaves so that I'll add this right in. So it's going to act as my greens in my rainbow pasta. It's like a stir fry of sorts, but it's more grilled because I'm putting it on my stove grill and getting that going through that. All right, so now I am done with the process of putting those together. And now what I'm going to do next, clear my cutting board away, guys. And I'm going to start now with my red bell peppers. Really, really good for you. Any of these highly colorful fruits and vegetables. Right now, obviously, today I'm doing veggies. But really, really important to get as many colors in your diet. I cannot emphasize that enough. Sometimes people wonder about, well, should I go and take supplements and things of that nature? Yeah, you can take supplements, but the best form of getting vitamins and minerals in your body is to eat it the way in which God has prepared. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get these seeds out of here and just continue the journey of getting this prepped. Right now, I'm going to just get my bell peppers ready to go. Now, these guys cook fairly fast. You don't need to have all of this in there for a long time. Right now, I have, and just wanted to take a look at them. I'll show it to you in a moment. My mushrooms. I like my mushrooms really crisp, so they've been on this grill for a while. It all depends for you how you like your foods. You don't have to add mushrooms. You add whatever it is that you want. Think of this particular meal as just really adding what you love. That's what I say to folks. It's not about just what you see me doing. If you say, you know what, I'm somebody that doesn't like green bell peppers, but I like yellow and I like the red, then go ahead and enjoy the ones that you like and prepare it accordingly, all right? So I try not to waste too much of my bell peppers because these happen to be organic. So even the tops, I cut them because they're not cheap here in the United States. they're quite expensive. So I try to utilize as much of it as possible. In this particular bell pepper that you're seeing me use right now, I am doing a half here. And I did, as you saw, a whole one already. Why? Because this is what I love. It's good for me. It's going to taste great once everything is put together. So I say, why not add a little bit more of my red bell pepper? So it goes right in there. And now we're going to add my green. So the same process again. I cut it on the top. I remove the seeds, cut it right in half, and get it going. And I don't cut out this portion, the little white inside the bell pepper. I just keep it right in there and continue the chopping process. Now, in a moment, you're going to see me put together my sauce. For this is very, very simple. Very, very simple. It's nothing complex. In fact, the other day I just made this recipe up and I tasted it and I said, oh my gosh, this is so delicious. And that speaks to a larger point that doing simple in the kitchen goes a long way. Sometimes people say, oh, I don't want to cook, or I don't want to do this or that, because they think it has to be this long, complex recipe. It doesn't. Just keep it simple and you will be fine. All right. So with that, I think we have our bell peppers cut up to a great level here. I'm going to move some of my cauliflower over to the right place where it needs to be. This was the greens. I'm going to put them all together with my bell peppers and all of that. As you can see right here, this is a medley of veggies. And then my cauliflower actually is in the spot where I'm going to literally take some hot water right now and pour it on there. So stay with me as I put it on. As I said, this is my mom's methodology. I absolutely love it because you just put the water on the cauliflower for a few and it cooks it wonderfully and you're done. And it doesn't have to be very long. All right, so with that, my hot water is on here and I'm just gonna drain it and then we're gonna get ready to put everything together. All right, guys, so one of the things I would say with vegetables in general, you don't want to overcook it, all right? So keep that in mind when you're doing your vegetables. Like you just saw me do the cauliflower, you don't want to overcook that, all right? 5 minutes is about good, all right? So we're going to put everything together now. I'm going to start first with my bell peppers. I'm going to put it in there. Don't worry, I'll show you. But not bell peppers, I'm sorry. I'm renaming it here today. We're putting in my wonderful purple cabbage, or some folks may call it red cabbage. All right, guys, so here it is. You're seeing it on my grill. This is my rainbow. You see the cauliflower. I only put a few in there. The rest I could save for a buffalo cauliflower recipe for another day. Now we have in here, you see everything coming together from my carrots to my bell peppers to all the other wonderful, beautiful ingredients that I have in here. So it's just here on my grill, just getting happy and wonderful together. And you see that I have a little bit of the other burner on to just get it going on the other side there so everything gets properly heated. So I'm going to just continue to allow this to cook and show you what it's going to look like when we're plating it. But before we do that, we have to let this be turned and also cook. So I'm going to let it rest a little bit and cook you while I show you what the sauce is going to look like. Very, very simple, guys. All right, so while my veggies are being prepared in my grill pad, I'm going to go ahead and start my sauce. And as I said, it's pretty much 2 ingredients and that's it. So it's really important when you're eating to have your proteins, fats, and your carbs, all right? The carbs in this dish are the veggies that are right behind me. And those are the star of the show. Then we also have in here as well some fats. I put in a little bit of olive oil in there to get the mushrooms started. And then we have some real good fats here in my almond butter. So that's really going to give me a protein and some fats. So once again, protein, fats, and carbs, really, really essential to each of your meals, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So I'm going to put in about 1 tablespoon of my almond butter, about 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos. This is like a substitute for soy sauce or for Bragg's amino, for those of you who are familiar with that. I talked about that in another video. I'll link that video for you guys as well so you can hear a little bit more about that and see another cooking video. All right, but you can add and substitute salt if you want to, or if you can't get it or you're not interested. But this is made out of coconut, and I like the little slightly sweet taste that goes with it, so I'm partial to that. But I add about 2 tablespoons of it in here. Now, this is eyeballing it, guys. This may be a little less or more for you. Just be careful with anything with salt content, not to put too much. And if you do put in something like 2 tablespoons or 3 or 4 or whatever you do, beware of how much salt you are having throughout the day, because that helps you to keep your salt content in check. All right, and then I just go right in here and I grab my my almond butter, because it's just me eating it. So 1 tablespoon of almond butter is enough. I just love this as a combination. I learned from Mayflower's the combination of almond butter in with vegetables. Really good. Okay, so with that, we're done with our almond butter and our coconut aminos. And so my next process, I will show it to you in a moment, is to mix it up together. And we're just going to put that on the veggies. That's it. So as you can see, 2 simple ingredients. Put a little bit of salt in there already on my vegetables. So that's already on the veggies, just to your taste. I'm not telling you how much to put on there. To your taste. And right now, this is done. You just whisk it around and we are done. Doesn't even take long at all, guys. All right. So here it is. Probably not able to see it as well, but here you go, guys. You're seeing it in its fullness. All right, so with that, I'm gonna get ready to put everything together. We're gonna continue the process of building this meal. Delicious, healthy. I have it with a pasta that I particularly love because it's a lentil-based pasta, and it's healthy too. And dinner served. All right, guys, continuing this process here. So the veggies are still firm, how I like them, not too overcooked. The cabbage getting softer, but it's really time to get that heat off of here, which I'm turning my stove off. And now I'm going to take my wonderful sauce here, and I'm just going to pour it right on there. All right, and that's it. As we have the sauce, you see that there, I'm just going to combine it together. Just work it all the way through, guys. As best as you can to work it through. When you're in more of a confined space, sometimes things work a little bit not as ideal, but my pot might look like I need to get a bigger grill pan with all these veggies. I'm a lover of veggies, so we kind of stacked a lot of them in here. All right, so guys, we kind of mixed it up a little bit here, and what we're going to do right now is just going to plate it for you so you can see how everything has come out, and we're going to taste test this. I'm sure you're going to want to know how this one comes out. So let's go ahead and taste test it and see how everything is going to come out. In terms of the taste, it's going to be fabulous. Remember when you're cooking too, guys, that you want to do it to your taste. What is to my taste may not be to your taste. So do it to your taste. All right. So we're going to plate this guy now. All right, guys. So rainbow pasta for dinner tonight. All right. So I'm going to taste it to let you know how it tastes. Listen, simple, easy, ready to go. All right. So let's taste this and see how this came along. I want to get some of the pasta and the veggies together. Really good. What I really want you guys to know is that you can adjust any meal, as I've said before throughout this video, the way in which your flavor profile is. I did go and add a little bit more of the coconut aminos and a little bit of the salt to kind of beef it up just a tad, and it's delicious. So you can do the same depending on your taste. Listen, eating healthy does not have to be difficult. Very quick and very easy meals are within your reach. So I hope you tried the recipe. Comment below if you have, and if you've adjusted it, and how was it for you. Just comment below. I pray that you've been inspired today, and that you will go out and inspire others to eat healthy. See you soon.